I have some meal prep that I want to get done. A couple things for Mark and I just to set us up for success this week. Stick to our food plan and make sure we're getting all the nutrients that we want in our bodies this week. And then I have a few things that I want to do for the kids as well. Just some yummy stuff that I want to have on hand for them to make things a little easier for them as well, or just to have, like, you know, those fun little snacky things on hand. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off making the McGriddle muffins. This recipe is from Elise Ellis. She does have it on her Instagram, so I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the measurements and everything, but I will have it linked down in the description box in case you guys want to check it out for yourself. So also, it's lunchtime. Mark is making us some In-N-Out bowls, so we've got our potatoes going in the air fryer, so you guys are gonna hear that in the background, but I already have my oven preheating to 375 degrees, and I've got my muffin pan here. I love these silicone liners. I got these off of Amazon. They are linked in my Amazon shop in case you guys don't have them. They are amazing and perfect when you're meal prepping because it's less cleanup for these pans and just easy peasy taking them out. So I've got that prepped, and then here's all of my ingredients. I'm going to be using some shredded cheddar cheese, some vanilla protein powder. You guys can use whatever brand you want. I just get mine from PE Science. The buttermilk Kodiak power cakes, some turkey sausage. This is 1 pound of Jennie-O, 2 cups of milk, and some sugar-free maple syrup. So let's go ahead and get these mixed together. All right, I used a 1/4 cup to measure all of these out. Her recipe says it makes 14 by filling it. I definitely filled it, but I got a little bit more. I know sometimes it just depends, I guess, on different things, but I was able to get 17 and almost an 18 one out of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these in my oven. It is preheated again to 375, and I'm gonna bake them for 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes later, and our McGriddle muffins are done. I'm just putting them into a little container. I'm going to store them in the fridge, and this is going to be a breakfast option for Mark and I a couple days this week, and we'll definitely have plenty of leftovers. I think the kids might like these as well, at least Bryce. Maybe Pearl. I don't know about Rose. Rose is like our pickiest, but Bryce loves this kind of stuff for breakfast, so I'm sure he's going to like them. So we've got plenty for everybody. Here's the little tiny one. I'll have maybe Bryce and Pearl split that and try it to see if they like it, but just, again, have them in this container, and I'm going to keep them in the fridge. Okay, I do have laundry going, and the laundry room is right next to the kitchen, and I'm leaving the door open, sorry. I'm like multitasking at its finest today. So you guys are gonna hear that in the background now instead of an air fryer. But I have 20 eggs in my Instant Pot. Mark and I are having egg salad for the entire week. So I am meal prepping 5 days worth of egg salad times 2. 5 for him, 5 for me. So I've got 20 in there. There's 2 eggs in each. I'll go over the recipe here in a little bit, but I'm just gonna utilize my Instant Pot for that. So let me get it plugged in here. And if you guys are new to my meal preps, the Instant Pot is fantastic for hard-boiled eggs. It's just nothing that you have to worry about bubbling over, nothing on the stove. I just like throwing them all in here, and I just do manual, which is automatically puts it on high pressure, and I guess eggs was the last thing I cooked in here. That's pretty typical here lately. But I just cook them for 4 minutes on high pressure, and then once that timer goes off, it'll take about 10, maybe a little longer since I've got a full load of eggs in there. I think this might be the most I've ever done at once is 20 eggs, but once my timer goes off, I'll let them sit in here for 4 minutes, and then I'll put them in an ice bath for 4 minutes as well. So I'm gonna be doing some house stuff while these are cooking. I'm not gonna start on a new recipe or anything like that. Like I typically do. Like I said, multitasking at its finest today for me. So I'll come back when the eggs are ready to be peeled, and I'll share with you guys the rest of the recipe that I'm using. It is Nicole Burgess's. She has it in a meal prep video. I'll have that video linked in the description box. Okay, let me show you my eggs. I've got all my eggs already peeled. and ready. And the way that her recipe is, it's per serving. So I'm just gonna make it one at a time because that way I know that I'm getting the exact macros that she's got weighed out and all of that. So I'm gonna start weighing all my stuff out. The only thing I need, hold on, let me grab it, is some plain Greek yogurt. I'm using the Fage Total 0%, some monk fruit sweetener. I've got Lakanto here, and then whatever kind of dill relish that you want. And last but not least, of course, it can't be egg salad without the egg. So I just chopped up 2 eggs, and I'm adding that in here, and this is gonna be 1 serving. Mark and I are actually gonna be eating this as a sandwich, so on bread. But I am gonna go ahead and just measure all of these out, get them into little containers. We're gonna have some carrots with them as well. Actually, I need to check with Mark. I love carrots. I don't know if he's having carrots with his or not, so I need to double check on that, but you can see how small 1 serving is, so you could definitely like double this. We've done that before. We've doubled a serving if we're not having it on bread. So I'm gonna go ahead and make several more of these, get them all into containers like I said, add whatever else we're having with it. For me, it's carrots, checking with Mark and seeing if he's gonna have his with carrots or not. And then I'll show you guys everything at the end, and that will be, I'll show you all of them when I'm done, and that'll be lunch for the entire week for us. Oh, I'm laughing at myself right now. So I have 8 lunches ready, and I was like, why do I have so many eggs left over? Because I was, you know, just cutting 1 at a time. So I was like taking 1, hold on, let me move you guys down here. I was doing this, and then I you know, cut 1/2 at a time. So I was just doing this, and then hold on, let me go ahead and finish this one. Boom, 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 boom. And I like mine chunky, so I just do mine roughly. And then I was doing the other one, and I guess I was counting this as 2. Because I was like, that looks really runny when I was mixing it all together. And you guys, I only put 1, hold on, let me move you over here. So here's the ones that I thought I had done already. I only put 1 egg in there, not 2. So I have to take them and add another egg to each and every single one of those. So when I showed you guys, you know, what 1 serving looked like, just add an egg to that, please, because I only put 1 egg in there. That was not 2 eggs. So, all right. I thought I was almost done. Let me go ahead and finish this up for real now. Okay, I am done. So here's the 8, 4 lunches for me, 4 lunches for Mark. I ended up not putting carrots or anything in right now. I'll do that later. I just want to keep moving, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this egg salad. And then he is actually, it's a weekday, so Mark's actually coming home for lunch today, so I didn't put these in like a container. So we'll have this for lunch today on bread. I'll just leave it like this in the fridge until he gets home, and then we can make our sandwiches and we're having some protein chips with this, and then carrots like I mentioned. So there's our 5 days of egg salad for lunch this week. Now we're gonna make 2 different kinds of muffins. So I picked this up from the store. It's a Kodiak protein packed muffin mix in blueberry lemon. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this just as an option for the kids. I think they will enjoy it, and I'm just gonna follow their instructions on here. So I've already got my oven preheating to 375, and then I'm also going to make my banana bread recipe into muffins. It's actually in, I was gonna share it with you guys, this cookbook. It's linked in my Amazon store, always in the description box. But if you guys wanted to screenshot it, I do have a video on this. It's from years ago, but super simple recipe. I am, however, going to add a little extra protein to this banana bread muffin, I guess, banana muffin recipe. I have this little packet. It was a sample that came with our PE Science order, and I'm just gonna add this into it, just like I said, a little extra protein, and it's peanut butter delight. So I think that'll be a nice flavor combination with the banana. So I'm gonna go ahead and whip these up. I do have my oven preheating for the banana muffins also at 350 degrees. So once I've got them all mixed up, we'll get those in the oven and baking. Okay, I've got my banana bread mixture done. Added some chocolate chips and that protein powder packet. And then actually, let me get a spoon out I'm just using a 1/4 measuring cup. I feel like this is the perfect amount. And I do like to use these silicone liners. So I've got 12 of them in my pan here. I am gonna have some extra mixture, but because I'm making 2 muffins, I might make a little mini loaf out of the rest. It just depends, we'll see. But I'm gonna fill up my cup and then just get them all in here. And my oven is already preheated at 350, and I'm gonna bake these, you get that little piece there, for about 40 minutes. And then the kids will have some muffins as a breakfast or snack option for this week. This is Bryce's favorite muffin, so he's gonna eat a couple every single day until they're gone, that is for sure. All right, so I am gonna make a loaf. It's not gonna make a full loaf because there's not a ton left, so it'll just make a tiny little loaf. I thought I had mini ones, and I do not. I did, but they were metal and I got rid of them. I'm all about the silicone. It makes my life easier. Everything comes out super easy peasy. I don't have to worry about overly greasing anything. So I'm just gonna take, that's how much I've got left, the rest of my batter here and make a loaf. Again, since I'm making more muffins, I don't wanna monopolize my pans, and I wanna have everything kind of baking together. So I've got those muffins in the oven for 40 minutes, and then after those are done, I'll put my little mini loaf in there, and I'll probably cook this for about the same, for about 40, maybe 30 minutes, and then I'll check it. It might take a little bit longer, but then I'll just slice this up into little pieces for the kids. So now that my banana muffins are done, I already have my pan ready with the silicone liners. These are in my Amazon store, also in the description box. I love these things. I'm gonna go ahead and whip up those lemon blueberry muffins from Kodiak. Okay, my Kodiak mix is done. I just followed the package instructions, and I'm gonna do the same thing, use my 1/4 cup as my measuring guide for these, because they fill these pretty good. And my oven is already preheated, it says 375, and these ones say they only take about 15 minutes to bake. So I'll start them at 15 most of the time. I mean, some ovens are different. Mine, I feel like it always takes longer. So I'll start at 15. It may take like 18 or so minutes for them not to be like gooey in the middle. We shall see. But I think Mark and I are gonna split one of these. I'll let you guys know what we think of them, because we've got a little extra calories and everything in our macros for today. So I'm excited to try these out. They smell really good. Like you can, yeah, you get the blueberry and the lemon in these. So I think the kids will enjoy them as well. And the extra protein is always nice for the kids. All right, muffins are done. They've cooled off, got them in my little bread box here. I think the last time I tried to link this, because I get questions for it all the time, I don't know if this particular one is available anymore, but I'll try and see if now it is, or I'll find something similar and link it, because I do get questions about this all the time. And then I just pulled the loaf out. So once this cools, I'm going to, I don't think I'm gonna put it in here. There's not quite enough room, so I'll probably just cut it up in little slices, put it in a container, and just stick it in the fridge for now. But I know these are gonna go first real quick. So I did go ahead and eat one of the lemon blueberry ones, or blueberry lemon, however it's called. They're good. Definitely not, it's more lemon than blueberry. So when I smell it, I smell the blueberry, but when I'm eating it, it was a little bit more like citrusy, not so much of the blueberry, but I did still enjoy it. It would be really good with some butter on it, but I didn't put butter on it. So I do think if the kids like it, I would buy those again. We'll see what they think. I don't think Bryce is gonna like them. He likes more of the sweet stuff, and these are more, like I said, they've got a little bit more of like a sour aftertaste because of that lemon, and not so much of the blueberry flavor, but I did still enjoy them. Okay, next up, excuse my dirty stovetop. I need to clean that. as the kids cook more on their own, the stovetop gets pretty dirty. Not to say all of that is from them. Some of it is from me, and I don't clean it every night. I know. I can see some mac and cheese and stuff in there, but anyway, I'll get that done later on today. I've got dinner going for tonight, so I'm waiting for my water to boil, and I'm just gonna make some Jell-O for the kids. Quick, easy, a snack. Now this does take about 4 hours in the fridge to set, and I'm actually gonna make a double layer. So we're gonna start off with the berry blue so they can start snacking on this tomorrow. So I'm gonna start off with the berry blue and Jell-O. I mean, again, just package directions, it's super easy. I'm just boiling 2 cups of water. I'm going to pour my packet in there, let it dissolve, mix it up, and then I'm gonna, well, I'll turn the heat off and I'll add 2 cups of cold water, and then I'm just gonna get it into my little pan here and set that in the fridge for 4 hours. And then I've got another flavor I'm gonna come back and make once this flavor is set, and I'm gonna add that on top. So it's kind of like a double layer of Jell-O for them. I thought that would be fun. Normally I only make 1 at a time, so I thought I would change it up this time and get 2 flavors for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this going, and then I'll be back, you know, in 4 hours with the next one. But for you guys, it'll just be real quick. Okay, my blue Jell-O is pretty much set. So I've got my water boiling, 2 cups, and I'm going to just whisk the orange mix into it, and then I'll do the same thing. Add in 2 cups of cold water, get it on top of my blue Jell-O, and I'm gonna let that set. It is like the end of the night, so it's almost dinner time. So this is gonna finish setting up overnight, and so I'll show it to you guys like how it looks tomorrow morning. All right, so it is the next morning, and I did underestimate the size pan that I was going to need. So I like filled it as high as I could. It did not utilize all of the orange Jell-O. And as you can see, it's like all over the top. I had to wipe off the side a little bit. But I guess because, and I should have thought about this, but because the orange Jell-O was so hot from boiling the water, it did like seep into the blue a little bit. So it's not 2 different colors. It kind of, well, it looks more very dark. You can kind of see like a green tint, since, you know, blue and yellow make green. Blue and orange are gonna also make like a deeper green, since orange is a little darker. But I'm curious to see what the kids think of this. They were looking at it in the fridge and they were like, what is that? I said, it's Jell-O. And of course they could only see the side, and they were like, it's black. And I was like, no, it's blue and orange kind of mixed together. So those flavors, and they're still pretty excited. So I just wanted to share that the Jell-O is done, but next time I plan on mixing 2 together. I don't know if I'll do that, or if I'll just make 2 different pans and then they can get like a scoop of each. That's probably the better way to do that. But I was just trying to save on space in the fridge and just utilizing 1 pan. But anyway, that did turn out, and I know they will enjoy it. And that is it. This week, super simple. Some weeks I have a lot that I want to meal prep and a lot of different variations and recipes and whatnot. And then some weeks it's just trying to get breakfast, lunch, and maybe a snack or 2 done, and that's it. Meal prep does not need to be an all-day thing. I broke this up over, I think it ended up being 3 different days that I did the different recipes that I wanted to get done, or food that I wanted prepped. So don't make it hard on yourself. Utilize the time that you have when you have it, just to get something done. That's what I like to do. Some days I do plan to spend hours in the kitchen and getting it all done, and other times I just take bits and pieces from my day to get some stuff done that I want to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It gave you some meal prep motivation. Nothing too crazy going on this week, but I still wanted to share it with you guys just so you see the differences in meal preps and know that they're not all time consuming. So with that, if you guys enjoyed it, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.